So, now that we're doing these like one case things, I know this one is going to be a little different from the other ones because this is in the middle of recording. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and I know that there's going to be like no like opening of the computer for an outro and all that because this is the second this is the second case that I did during it, and this is going to be the reason why I wanted to separate it, because based on what happened in the last video, you guys saw how patient I had to be during one case, and that was with one fail in the beginning to cause it. This one right now, we're in Arkham Mall and we have to do a lot of fighting, and this one's all about with the homunculus and different Jennas as well, combined with some of the dark enemies and Kyle. Not much. Also some Raven legions as well to spruce it up. And if anything, it wasn't that bad, but patience is a virtue. Like the first fight in general is up against the Homunculus Alpha, which is the only way you can start it because Homunculus Alpha hangs off the top of Arkham Mall. It's the only one that makes sense during during Arkham Mall for this treatment. Look, you guys can look at the video. This video is like 23 minutes. So as you can see like how long this took and all that. And if I were to combine last episodes with this episode, it would have gone up to 47 minutes. And some of you guys would have been fine with 47 minutes of like Astral Chain content, some of you may not. I just took the middle ground and just upload each case separately as its own video for at least the normal lengthwise of videos. And after that, it was just probably gonna do the same for the rest of the other cases, because right now I'm still missing boss 3, which is gonna take a while. The W case, which why the hell would I do the W case in the middle of a video? And the final case in the game. So with that out of the way, we already finished out Homunculus Alpha, as you guys saw like a while ago, and we're fighting against the British Legion. And I'll say is this: the only times you can heal yourself during this fight, other than your medicines, are against the normal Chimera. So if you're fighting against a Homunculus and you have no more healing items left, you are kind of foobarred, and you need to figure out when to just take a back seat and heal, because especially you got Homunculus Beta and Homunculus Gamma. So those guys are going to be problems for you, and if you don't prioritize your healing from the Chimeras when you beat them all the way down to Zangetsu level, you're probably going to be losing the fight a lot more. I know for me, the only bad parts about this case that I had to do a lot of, not granted, but a lot of patience writing was during the round with Tartarus and Kyle, the one with Jenna Asymptote and the 2 Proto Legions, and I think the one with Jenna Aberrant with the Heavy Arm Legion. Not much else to say. The Homunculus are their own beasts, and that's why I don't add them into the the patience game, because you're designed to be patient around them. And other than that, there's not much else you can say on that front for the patience and all that. What was it? I know during like this thing for Arkham Mall, the one round you can use it as a breather to just relax, get your breathing back in check, and more for setup would be the round with Elias. I don't know why they added Elias as a as a fight. Another thing I can think of is just to give you healing for the next round to have fun with just fucking around. I have no idea why that is a life, just a single life with no backup. But hey, it makes for funny content. So yeah, during this fight with Kyle and Tartarus, I just prioritize Kyle. Kyle is more mobile than Tartarus. Tartarus is only there for like ground waves, for charge attacks, and he's one of the few enemies that has a howl that isn't the beast, like the beast chimeras. So like if you keep having Tartarus far away, later on through the fight he's going to charge at you, and that does a lot of damage, especially if you're just gonna have your Legion out. So do be mindful of that, and if you do see him charge up, dodge out of the way to know that you have a chance to avoid it. But yeah, no, your best bet is Kyle for just priority right now, and then after that you can just go on Tartarus. And he does have pretty decent tells for when he's gonna like do his attacks and all that. But Kyle's almost down, so we get to just knock him out. Anytime I'm usually on my Beast Legion is for like positional stuff, just to get some enemies away from others and to see if I can group them up in some areas. I know it's gonna be apparent more in the next case, the boss, because there are only like two fights in the game, or two fights in the case that you can just avoid, but they're designed to keep you still on your toes and be big old meanie. Also got real close to losing my my run here through Kyle's Molotovs. You have one of each healing items, so don't be careful. Don't be careful. Do be mindful of what you use and all that. But if you're very low on HP, use the full ones. In general, just prioritize using your mini ones if you need just a small pick me up. But now we get to go fight the Tartarus, and it's the same song and dance we've done with any dark enemies. So just hit them up with the Howl to slow combo, and then a speed star to give us some more attacking, and a blue shield to just keep us from being attacked while doing our spin cycle. With our health topped up, we can go on to the next round, and it's gonna be fun from here. But yeah, no, the Kyle and Tartarus one, I can see people losing a lot, especially if they're not playing patient or they're just trying to prioritize Tartarus when Kyle is a bigger threat. I can see some people going for Tartarus first because of the ground slams or if it's some massive attacks and all that. But if you keep Tartarus for last, after the fight with Kyle, you can just top off your health for the next round. Micah's beta here, it's only by himself, no other no other reinforcement, it's just him, and nothing much else to say. But do be mindful that once you beat beta, you cannot get your health back, so the next round you have to get your health back from Legion attack, or from your Legion Zangetsus, or just your medicines in your bag. Nothing much else to say on the Mamuggeta's beta fight. It is still based on the fight with the homunculus back in K6, but he doesn't run up the walls because there is no wall to run up of. So we have to fight him normally, and we have to fight him decently. Also, like, while this is going on, I will say this though for Astral Chain, I am very surprised that for how much like troubles these cases have been doing for me, I haven't like gotten to a point where I had to take a massive break from Astral Chain. I usually don't record. I usually record like once or twice after work, see if I can get a good run in. especially since it gives me time to just sit down and do something. But I'm surprised that none of these cases have got me to a point where I had to just rely on an over the weekend recording to get a bunch of stuff in. I know probably I'm gonna have to do that with the final 3 cases because they're long. I'm probably gonna screw up a lot, and the last case is notorious for being really unfair if you're not patient. The fight here with Jenna and Type R Heavy Arm Legion, I just prioritize Jenna because of like, I would just say like prioritize Jenna for the whole point of like her abilities and all that. But the Heavy Arm Legion is here to just cause disruption, give the Gravity Storm in for Jenna easy access to just get her freeze, her stun, and all that, while also just there to give its spin cycle a reason to just knock you out. So that's the reason why I took out the Heavy Arm Legion. Now with Jenna, it's just a simple song and dance of just trying to shoot the Beast Legion at her with a Hound, and stunning her with more and slow, and then just do damage with the Axe Legion spin cycle to just get myself some good old damage in. Her elementals are going to be a problem most likely, but do be mindful that once you get her down enough, she's gonna be more of a pain to deal with, and do know that her attacks with or her like special animation where she knocks you away can't hit you through Beast Legion. So if you're very low on HP and she does that, she will knock you out. But Jenna's almost down. Jenna being like the only one is much better than having her and Asyntoph together in, during that one case. But she loves to dodge, so. Yeah, no, I don't, like, honestly, I know once in a different part in this game, I was talking about, like, in general, just the differences in, no, not difference, but like how, I don't know if anyone else has done like videos for every single case in the post game and all that, which I don't know if anyone would be like not be able to do this. I know for streaming, just doing these as a stream idea is not bad, because these are designed to just have yourself, you like have yourself like do these over and over again, have fun with chat and all that. But damn, you guys have seen these cases. You guys have seen how much I've not struggled, but just been here for the fun for it. And Jesus, some of these cases are not fun, and some of these cases are not fair. Though they don't look like it from me playing it. There's a difference in like playing these things and yeah, there's a difference in like playing these things, and also like a difference in watching these things. The Kalino, the only problem with her is the tornado and all that. So do be mindful of all the tornadoes that show up. She shows up after Jenna Anderson, which makes it kind of difficult for you to get your health back, because if you've been not playing too recklessly with her, but if you've been getting strays from Jenna a lot, the Kalina's just gonna be here to clean up her mess and cause you to lose your run. So not that bad, but do be careful that if you see the tornadoes for Kalino, just avoid them as best you can. The final homunculus for this fight is Gamma, and Gamma's not gonna be that bad. The only problem would be its arm swipes and its laser. Also, if you don't fight it with the Axe Legion, you're gonna be doing minimal damage, so do be careful. Also, like the 3 homunculi don't get stunned by Howl, and I don't think they get slowed down by Slow Shot either. I think your best bet to just like stun them would be to just use your your chain to bind them, and that's it. But the funny thing is that once you get like one part of the Homunculus Gamma's armor down, you don't have to get the rest of the armor down. But if you want to, if you have, so you can get like more of a surface area to work with, you can have some fun with that. But once one of the armor like breaks, use that like vulnerability to just hammer in a lot of damage and all that, because they don't regen. If you guys been seeing from the other times Homunculus Gamma's been on the screen, Homunculus Gamma's armor does not regen unless if you don't do anything, he will just respawn them. But if you keep doing damage, you'll be fine and all that. I'm gonna just say on this front, Homunculus Gamma has been a reoccurring enemy during these post games. So if you haven't gotten used to fighting Homunculus Gamma, I am terribly sorry. God, those stop attacks are very funny though. And with that, Homunculus Gamma is down, but we're not done yet. We got like 30% more to go. Enceladus in the Wolfblade Legion, or the Blade Legion, is not that bad. Enceladus is the least of your worries because he can be knocked down pretty easily and all that. So just focus on the Blade Legion for the reasons of triple sword and its spin attack and all that, which causes you and your Legion to be flung by a lot. So do be mindful of that. Once we get down to Enceladus, we just fight him normally with with like normal Legion stuff. Since he's like a beginning one, especially if you have like a buff with energy drinks or power charge, Enceladus goes down pretty fast. So just be careful, but have fun with the amount of HP you can do. Next one coming up is kind of an annoyance in my opinion. The Deimos and the Wolfblade Legion. The Wolf Legion is just there to stun you, and if you don't have anti-decibel, anytime the Wolf Legion howls, you're going to be stunned, and that's how you stop any of the Beast Legion or Beast Chimera's howl. Just have anti-decibel. But the worst of them is the Deimos. The Deimos, if you don't have anti-burn, will just cause you to be stunned, and then the Wolf Legion will just be there to cause more of a problem with just comboing you to infinity. So just do be mindful of that, and this is one of the bigger reasons why I would just prioritize the Wolf Legion. Because once you get stunned, you're screwed and you're gonna get comboed by the Deimos' fireballs. But if you don't take them out and you get stunned by Deimos' fire and you don't have anti-burn on, then you are gonna get screwed by the Wolf Legion. So the only thing, I think the only Legion I have anti-burn on, and I know you guys saw it, was my Axe Legion, was because of like the one case that plateaued me when I was doing this with my personal file. But right now I'm just shooting the Deimos with my blaster mode just to cause some pot shots on, and once it loses its fire, I can just use the Gladius to have some fun. Yep, there we go. Lost its fire. Just come in with the beast, howl it, and just go to do town damage. Deimos is not that bad. Especially if a burn when he prods up his fire again, you'll be in a safer position than just not having it. Because this fire attack is going to be annoying and all that. And once it turns up its fire and you keep attacking it, it will lose its fire. So it's pretty funny to just know that if you keep piling on the damage, even if it has fire, it will lose its fire again. So do be mindful, have a blue shield up if ready. But Deimos is down, and none the wiser to our strategy. We got like one more fight to go, and it's just the final one with Jenna Asymptote and two Pro Legions, like Gladius and Glyve. The problem with this one is Asymptote. Asymptote has pretty hard-hitting attacks, and if you're not careful or not observant to I was an Apotheosis to Asymptote for like the longest time, she can hit you with pretty mean pot shots, either through the lightning that falls down, her lasers that come out of her wings, her tipped feathers is also another attack that can be a problem, or her laser, or like her shockwaves that come out of the ground. In general, keep your eye on Asymptote, keep her in your field of view through the camera, and you can be easier to avoid any of her damages. She is still susceptible to stunning with Howl and Slow, so do be mindful of that. And I know during the fights, whatever element she chooses, and I do say choose in quotes because it's either electricity, ice, or fire, it's gonna start raining those particles on the field, so do be mindful. They do track where you are, but they prog where you are at, and then if you dodge it out of the way, they'll stay in that spot. So like a way of like a bait and switch. But when she does like an elemental discharge, she'll not be able to use that ability until she just like grabs it again. Yeah, I think like the right word would be elemental discharge, like Melia from Xenoblade Chronicles. Yeah, I think that's the best way to describe it. But the only problem with like normal mode is the laser, where she like goes a 360 laser and all that. Best way to avoid it is just to ride your Beast Legion because of the auto dodge, or just walk around with a blue shield on. Basically, whenever I see Jenna try to do an attack, I always call back my Legion. Since still we're in ultimate mode, where with no revives and our Legion takes damage for us, we lose HP. Always remind yourself to just like to be careful of your Legion. If you leave your Legion out of the way or during the attacks, it's gonna suck. But with that, this case is over with 18 minutes on the clock. Now you see why I did not want to do a 47-minute video for 2 cases. It still sucks that I had to separate it, but you gotta do what you gotta do, and I had to just have fun with that. But that's all for today's video. There's no other case for us to do now, so we're just gonna end off the video because I still haven't done it yet. But next time on Astral, we're going to be doing the boss for round 3, and then after that we get 2 more cases left in W and final, and we are done with Astral. So, thank you all for joining me today, and hope you all have a very wonderful day.